It is so important that as a woman, you make sure you are surrounded by people that can help you in your business. And that getting that surrounding is actually what we call the network. And building that network is very important. For as long as humans have been working, life and work have been completely interdependent. And we know that for women, especially today in the post-COVID sessions, they are having to work and juggle many things. They cross and connect in so many ways. And therefore, it is impossible for you to do these things alone. And that is why we are building networks. So life and work integration and harmony has been very key, and I've said this before. It is important to understand that at the top quadrant, we have life, at the bottom, we have work. And for this, we need to look at self-care. How will you care for yourself? Who will help you with your kids? Who will help you, get that delivery done or whatever if you don't have a network? Who will answer questions around supplies that you need from a work angle? You need supplies, you need to enter a new market, you need to understand certain things, you have problems with your colleagues. This will really, really help if you have a network. And when we are working alone at home, it is very important to ask ourselves, why do we need networks? For business, we need them because sometimes we are lonely as women running businesses. We are stressed or sick. We become confused about life or work. Women are drawn to emotions, and therefore we need to have an emotional impact so that we can actually build our networks. And there are three things you need to look at in your emotional impact. One is how you look as a visual aid. The second one is the language that you use when you're talking to people. In your network, you can easily upset people if you're too point blank, if you are too nosy, if you're too whatever. So what you say and the language that you use is very, very important. And knowing whom you're speaking to within the network, their diversity angle, where they're coming from, whether it is education, literacy, and things like that, and therefore how you communicate with them. You could be communicating probably with somebody in a local village. It is important that you understand the language, so that they also understand you if they're going to be in your network. How you sound, the way you use your tone, even the way you use silence is very, very powerful in networking. When you're networking, look at your character. What is your character? What are people thinking about or feeling when they interface with you? What is that consistent behavior that you have within your character that can build up your network? You also have to bring something to the table, some substance. And the style within which you bring that thing to the table is also very key. And also being very, very strategic in the way you build that network. So there's those people that if you have entered a certain industry, you will always need them. And so it is important that in a strategic way, you find yourself around those people. For you to get your network, you also have to be visible. How visible are you out there? If I Googled you, would we find you? You have to be accessible. You have to be in those social networks for businesses. You have to be seen, and you have to make sure that we can find you very easily. Also, what are people saying about you? I tell many women who want to build their network and the importance of building their network, get on LinkedIn. It's a professional network, not just Facebook. Try and find people who can say something about you and actually put a personal recommendation. This is very, very important so that other people in the network who are wanting to join you or they're wanting to link up with you or buy goods and services from you, they will look at the testimonials and they will feel like you are authentic and the services that you're providing. Share your impact with other women. Mentor others. This is a good way of building a network downwards up. So you can find, there's always something you can teach somebody else. You could be in finance, you can teach people about personal finance and build your network that way. You could be in logistics and teach people about logistics and how they do, their cargo and everything, and you can build a network in that way. So find a way to share, whether it is face-to-face, whether it is through webinars, whether it's in a WhatsApp group, but the more you share, the more you build your network. And with that, I want to also leave you with now the lessons that I've found out in starting my businesses. Remember, you're a working brand, so you need visibility. A network will give you that. You need advice, so you need a personal board of directors. A network will give you that. You get lonely, you will need friends. A network is important for that. You get your success, you win some things, you want to share and celebrate with someone. A network will give you an opportunity to celebrate. You need to understand where the opportunities in your business. You need to have insights. You need insider information, probably in a company or whatever where you're putting in a proposal. You need a network for that. Remember the 247 rule. Contacts, when you contact a new person or a stranger in 2 days, make sure you meet them face to face or via Zoom or virtual calls in 4 weeks, and then connect to them consistently for 7 months, and they will remember you and stay within your network. And that is something very, very important.